this video, I'm going to be talking about why you should not bring the Dinopithecus monkeys to the Dinopithecus King boss fight. In a previous guide that I did, I suggested bringing dinos like the Dinopithecus, the T-Rexes, Spinosauruses. I do have a slight correction to make. The T-Rexes are completely fine. Spinosauruses might actually be an even better option because there's water in the arena, but the Dinopithecus, however, just do not... They just do not work. I tested this on the server that I was playing on in a beta difficulty, and I lost 13 monkeys within 15 seconds against the beta boss. And I'm talking about monkeys that have these kinds of stats. This is on a difficulty 1, basically, server, and it has 20,000 HP and about 800% melee damage on these monkeys. And to top it all off, I put them with helmets, riot gear, armored 1,000 armor on each of them. They got destroyed. The boss was hitting them for about 1,000 to 1,500 damage each swipe that he did right at the beginning, and he just melted them. He absolutely shredded them. Now, when you compare those to my Rexes, who have 40,000 health and 800 melee damage as well, and some good saddles at 225 armor, my Rexes were able to get through the beta fight with only losing 5 of them. The major issue in this fight is actually the coordination of your dinos. Especially as a solo player, or you're playing with a really small tribe, a lot of your dinos are going to get very sidetracked following the cinema crops, carrying the Dinopithecus away, pulling your army apart, spreading them out effectively across this huge arena where it's very easy to lose control of your army, where there's only actually a few dinosaurs actually fighting the Dinopithecus King. The rest of your dinos are all chasing like birds into the walls effectively, and which doesn't really do well for you. Now, the Dinopithecus, using them in this fight, it's terrible. They will die instantly. Now, I tried a few dinos to test out this fight and see how it works, and like I said, the Rexes and the Spinosauruses are probably your best way to go. It's a very good idea to bring maybe a Daedon or 2 for healing, because some of them that are facing the boss up front will sometimes take hectic damage, especially if enemy Amogosaurus places down that armor debuffing thing, and your dinos in the front there just take damage as if they didn't even have saddles or armor on. Now, it seems dinos that really work well here are things like the Reapers, probably Shadowmanes as well, anything that actually doesn't use a saddle or just has its own natural base armor, which doesn't seem to get affected. Don't quote me on that because I'm not entirely sure, but the Reapers were like the long-lasting dinos in this whole pack here. They're not really particularly strong. They only had like I think 20,000 HP and 800% melee as well. I just spawned them in quick to test it in single player against the alpha boss, and they seem to work really well. However, on the Lost Island, we do not have access to these dinos, so you have to stick with the Rexes, the Spinosauruses, Daedons, Utyrannus, everything you can, and you also can probably bring a Cinema Crops and fly around and hunt those Dinopithecus monkeys that have their own Cinema Crops that are throwing grenades and leading your dinosaurs away. You can take out the Cinema Crops there. I think they have like 500 to 800 health, so if you shoot them a few times, you can actually down them, and then the monkeys will fall down and get killed by your dinos, and you can keep your dinos in a centralized space so that they can fight the actual boss instead of getting distracted and pulled away. This is very hard to do as a single solo player in the game, so if you have like a nice massive tribe, it's easier to control your dinos, and even if like the boss maybe leaves, putting your dinos on passive to having them regroup in the center so that you can use them effectively when the boss is on the ground again. So those are some strategies that I've been trying out and testing out in the boss fights that I've been competing in here to get some element, and those are the things I've noticed. If you do have any other tips of your own from your own experience fighting this boss, let me know in the comments below, and thank you guys so much for watching.